We have seen horror movies like Annabelle and Chunky, right? And somehow we comfort ourselves that it's just a Hollywood movie, right? But today's true story from a small town, Pennsylvania, will prove to you that dolls aren't just a movie trope. This is a story about a little girl who found a toy in the flea market and the evil entity who tried to swap places with her. Lock your doors because this one is unsettling. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's creepy story is a porcelain doll, and if you guys are excited, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and let's get this video started. Okay, the story begins in a quiet town in Pennsylvania with a 6-year-old girl, Lily. Lily's family struggled financially, so getting a new toy was a rare occasion. One weekend, her older sister took her to a neighborhood flea market. Among piles of forgotten antiques sat an old porcelain doll. It looked wrong. Its tightly braided pigtails stuck out like tiny horns, the eyebrows were unevenly painted, and its glass eyes seemed to roll backward whenever it was tilted. Most people walked past it without a second glance, but Lily couldn't take her eyes off it. Her sister paid $5 and they brought it home. The very next morning, Lily's mother walked into the living room and froze. Books had been ripped apart. Papers were scattered across the floor. But what truly terrified her were the charcoal drawings covering the walls, detailed sketches of dark forests, old graveyards, and twisted trees. They were far beyond anything a 6-year-old should have been able to create. Then came the doll. The family would leave it sitting on a shelf, only to find it hours later lying face down on the basement stairs. At first, everyone blamed each other, but eventually they realized no one had touched it. As the days passed, Lily began to change. She stopped playing outside. She stopped talking to her friends. Instead, she would sit inside her bedroom closet for hours, silently staring into the doll's lifeless eyes, whispering words her parents couldn't understand. Then something even stranger happened. Whenever her parents entered the room, they would sometimes find Lily standing perfectly still in the corner, her arms stiff against her sides, her head slightly tilted, wearing the exact same frozen expression as the porcelain doll. One night, after Lily fell asleep, he quietly picked up the doll, drove several miles outside to a landfill, and threw it deep into a trash compactor. By morning, Lily knew. She didn't just cry, she screamed. She clawed at her clothes, refused to eat, and kept repeating the same chilling sentence. I can't eat. She hasn't eaten yet. 3 days later, the screaming stopped. But that's when things became even more disturbing. Lily insisted her mother braid her hair into the same painfully tight pigtails as the doll's. They were pulled so tight that her scalp became red and sore. She sneaked into her mother's makeup, painting perfect red circles onto her cheeks until she looked almost identical to the toy. She barely smiled anymore. She would simply sit against the bedroom wall, staring into nothing, wearing a hollow, lifeless grin. Desperate, her father drove back to the landfill, hoping to retrieve the doll. He searched through piles of garbage for hours, but it was gone. No trace, as if it had never been there at all. Okay, this one is really terrifying and it is giving me chills right now. Realizing a dark spirit was taking all over her daughter's body, the parents called a local priest. He performed a blessing over Lily and gave her a blessed Saint Benedict medal to wear around her neck. Within a week, the dark fog over the Lily vanished. She let her hair down, washed off the makeup, and went back to being a normal child. But the family never forgot how close they came to losing their daughter to a piece of plastic. What do you think? Can a real evil entity attach itself to a simple toy? If this story kept you on the edge of your seat, subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the next unsettling horror stories. And till then, stay safe. See you in the next one. Till then, bye.